For geography today, we're going to be focusing on landscapes. A landscape is a part of the Earth's surface that can be viewed at one time from one place. It consists of geographic features that mark or are characteristic of that particular place. Just like this image here, it is a collection of landforms such as mountains, hills, plains, and plateaus, lakes, streams, soil such as sand or clay, and natural vegetation of that particular landscape. So pretty much it's just that's why we refer to landscape as in this way. Okay, so all it means is being able to see a visual of that entire area. Okay, here are some other examples of Australian landscapes. What I want you to do for geography, I want you to watch this video here, and then I want you to choose one landscape in Australia. Okay, you can just Google it and you'll find a natural landscape. I want you to, this is a research task, so I want you to put the name of that particular landscape, the location, so where I could find it, a picture, and a short description. Doesn't need to be too long, but a short description. For religion today, what we're focusing on is the impact of our choices. We all have a choice in life. Sometimes our choices are made a little bit more challenging based on situations, but we all have choices. I'm going to read the situation here, and in your response, I want you to type in over here choice A, B, C, or D. So all you have to do is write down A, B, C, or D over here. Or if you have a different idea, just write your answer down. So if you're sitting with your two best friends, you're sitting with your two best friends, Sandy and Lewis, at lunch. Sandy leaves to throw away some trash, and Lewis starts to tell you a story about Sandy, who just left. The story sounds like gossip to hurt Sandy's reputation. Are you going to choose choice A, where you ask Lewis to tell you all the gossip about Sandy? B, tell Sandy immediately what Lewis was going to do? C, tell Lewis you don't listen to gossip? D, ask Lewis to wait until Sandy returns and she can hear the story as well? Or do you have a different answer? Then go to the next one. You're doing your maths, watching students work problems on the board. The problems have not been difficult for you, but other students are having a harder time. When the person who is sometimes not popular because he thinks he has all the answers makes a simple mistake, do you A, laugh and point at the mistake and try to make him feel stupid? B, laugh to yourself but poke people around you so that they can see the mistake? C, say something even when others notice? D, raise your hand and offer the correction? Or do you have a different idea? Your parents have promised you a day at an amusement park for you and your friend if you raise your grades in the next few weeks. You work exceptionally hard at doing all your homework and studying for the test. When the report cards come out, your parents are delighted. But when you tell your mother that you'd like to invite a certain friend, she replies, "Why don't you choose someone else?" When you ask why, she answers, "I think your friend is very nice, but I'd rather you invite someone who comes from the same cultural background that we do." Do you A, cry and beg your mother to change her mind? B, explain to your mother that this person is your friend and that your mother shouldn't be prejudiced because of a person's cultural background? C, accept your mother's decision and ask another friend? D, decide to get back at by never doing well at school again? Or do you have a different idea? Okay, here is your last one. This is just from Corinthians 12, 4-11. So we do not need to rely on ourselves to make good choices. Good decisions are not always easy to make. So I'll just take this off. I don't need that. God has provided all that we need to make right choices. We have been given a plethora, which means a lot of gifts, through the Holy Spirit. Now, there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. There are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which works in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit with. For to one is given the Spirit, the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, to another the interpretations of tongues. But all these works, and that the one and the same and the self same Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. Okay, so what that basically means is that God has given all of us different gifts and different ways to administer these gifts. I want you to watch this video. Okay, and this is a wonderful video of how your acts of kindness can have a ripple effect. Then I want you to trace around your own hand, and on each finger, I want you to list the words that describe your qualities. Okay, you have qualities, you have gifts that can be used in service to others as an act of kindness. So, for example, if you're a generous person, if you're a helpful person,